Hello friends, so now we will see the Carnot cycle. Now this Carnot cycle, it constitutes of the four processes. This is a constant temperature heat addition, that is isothermal heat addition, isentropic expansion or adiabatic expansion, then isothermal heat rejection, and then adiabatic or isentropic compression. So these four processes constitute a Carnot cycle. This Carnot cycle is applicable for all reversible and irreversible, for all the power producing and power absorbing devices. There we modify this Carnot cycle for each system which is working. If you consider the engine, so petrol engine, so there we will modify this Carnot cycle, which will be called as a modified Carnot cycle for petrol engine, which is called as a Otto cycle. If you modify this cycle, or if you want to run the diesel engine, so we will modify this cycle for the diesel engine, so which will be modified Carnot cycle for the diesel engine, which will be called as a diesel cycle. If you modify it for the power plant, so it will be modified Carnot cycle for the steam power plant, which we will call as a Rankine cycle. So in this way, for all power producing and power absorbing, if you consider the refrigerator, so there also this reverse Carnot cycle will be used, and which will be called as a vapor compression cycle. So all the devices which are working in the nature, they are, or which are used in the day-to-day life, they are working on the Carnot cycle, or we can say the modified Carnot cycle. So here the main aim behind this Carnot cycle is that this is giving the maximum efficiency. So always our approach will be toward the Carnot cycle, so that we can get the maximum efficiency. But the drawback or the problem of this Carnot cycle is that this area enclosed by this cycle in the PV diagram, which is going to show the work output, this work output is very less. Work output is very less for this, and whereas efficiency is maximum for the Carnot cycle. Efficiency is maximum for the Carnot cycle. So how this Carnot cycle work? So this is going to work constitute of the four processes, that is 1 to 2, which is a isothermal heat addition, isothermal heat addition. Second one 2 to 3, it is the isentropic expansion, where entropy remain constant, here the temperature remain constant. Then 3 to 4, it is the 2 to 3 is the expansion, then 3 to 4 is the isothermal heat rejection, that is temperature constant, and 4 to 1, it is the again isentropic compression. So these four processes constitute the Carnot cycle. This is a reversible cycle. Carnot cycle is a reversible cycle, and this is giving the maximum efficiency. It is giving maximum efficiency, and it is a reversible cycle. Here in this cycle, the working medium is not given. In the reversible cycle, the assumption is that this is the reversible cycle, and here working medium is not given. Working medium is not given. So how this will be possible? This is totally the hypothetical cycle. It is a hypothetical cycle. Also called as a theoretical cycle. We can say the theoretical cycle. Actually, it is not possible. It is a theoretical cycle, hypothetical cycle we can see, and which is giving the maximum efficiency. This gives the maximum efficiency. Now while working this, we will consider here one arrangement of the system which is working here. So this is one piston cylinder arrangement we will consider here, which is having the gases which is filled inside it. So gases means here working medium is not given in the Carnot cycle, so we will say this is the substance which is working. Now here there will be one source, So there will be one source which will be at higher temperature. There will be one sink which will be at lower temperature. This is at the lower temperature, this is at the higher temperature, and one adiabatic plate Now this, how it is going to work? So here what we'll do here, we will bring this in contact alternately with this device or this system. So here this is completely insulated on the side wall, complete insulation, so that it should not reject to the surrounding from it. And here this is again the adiabatic plate. Now first, for isothermal heat addition, that is heat addition at constant temperature, what we will do for 1 to 2 process, we will bring source in contact with these gases or with this substance, working substance. So heat will be added. So this heat addition will be at constant temperature. So this process of heat addition at constant temperature means the process will be very slow. This process will be, heat addition process will be very slow, so that it should form the constant temperature heat addition. After heat addition, then we will bring the adiabatic plate, this plate in contact with it, we will remove this plate back again, this source plate will bring back, and we will bring the adiabatic plate in contact with this engine, and then we will allow this engine to expand. So here you will see that 2 to 3 will be the isentropic expansion. So here it will expand 2 to 3, that is isentropic expansion, it will expand. Now during expansion, the process should be very fast. Process should be fast, otherwise there will be friction and addition of heat will take place, because isentropic there should not be rise in heat during the process. So this process should be fast, so that there should not be addition of heat from the expansion. Once this expansion is completed, then we will remove this adiabatic plate from it, and then we will bring the sink in contact with this surface, and then we will make the process 3 to 4, which will be heat rejection process to the sink. So here it will reject the heat to the sink at the constant temperature. After the sink is provided, that the rejection of heat, then again we will remove this sink back from it, and then we will bring the adiabatic plate in contact with it, and we will make 4 to 1 process, which will be isentropic compression. So in this way 4 processes are going to complete, that is isothermal heat addition, isentropic expansion, isothermal heat rejection, and isentropic compression. So these 4 processes going to constitute a cycle, which we will call this as a there is a Carnot cycle, and where it will give you the maximum efficiency. Means here you will see that maximum amount of heat will be converted into work, and remaining heat will be rejected to the surrounding. Very less amount of heat will be rejected to the sink. Here the reason of not practicability of this Carnot cycle is that work output which is going to obtain, the area enclosed by this cycle is very small, as the work output is less, but efficiency is maximum. So this is going to form the Carnot cycle, which is constituting of the 4 processes: isothermal heat addition, isentropic expansion, isothermal heat rejection, and isentropic compression. So these 4 processes constitute the Carnot cycle. More the efficiency. Now we see the efficiency of the Carnot cycle. So efficiency will be equal to of Carnot cycle or reversible Carnot cycle is output upon input. So what is the output of this Carnot cycle? Output is the work produced by this cycle W, which is equal to QH minus QL. So we will say it the work produced, so is equal to work output upon heat supplied. So work output W upon heat supplied QH, or equal to heat supplied from the higher source or higher temperature, or can be written as QH minus QL upon QH, or can be written as 1 minus QL upon QH. Now also we are having one relation that del Q is equal to TDS. So using this relation we can write down this as a QH, that is heat supplied, will be equal to TH at the higher temperature upon DS means S2 minus S1, and QL, that is heat rejected at lower temperature, will be equal to TL into S3 minus S4. Here you can see S2 minus S1, this heat added, so TDS. So here it will be S2 minus S1, here S2 minus S1, and here TL into S3 minus S4. So here S3 is equal to S2, we can see S3 is equal to S2 and S1 is equal to S4. S3 is equal to S2 is equal to S3 and S1 is equal to S4. So if you consider this S3 and S4, you will obtain it. This relation of efficiency will be equal to 1 minus QL will be TL into, I will write down this S3 as S2 and S4 as S1. So S2 minus S1 and lower and higher temperature TH into S2 minus S1. So this S2 minus S1 will get cancelled and we will get the relation 1 minus TL upon TH. So same can be written as efficiency of Carnot cycle will be equal to 1 minus QL upon QH, or can be written as 1 minus TL upon TH, or same can be written as CH, or same can be written as QL upon QH is equal to TL upon TH, or can be written as QL upon TL is equal to QH upon TH, or this can be written as Q by T, right, equal to constant or equal to constant. So this value, from this you will obtain it that Q by T for Carnot cycle, Q by T is equal to constant. This is called as a Carnot principle. Carnot principle, which says that Q by T is constant. Q by T is constant, or that heat transfer is directly proportional to temperature of the heat reservoir. So there are important points which are there in the Carnot cycle, that it is a hypothetical cycle which we call as a theoretical cycle, right? This Carnot cycle will be a hypothetical cycle or it is a theoretical cycle, and here the efficiency, it will depend on the TH and TL, like the source temperature and sink temperature. More the source temperature will be there, more is the efficiency. Lower the sink temperature, that is TL, will lower the TL will be there, more will be the efficiency. And here the working medium or working substance is not given, or we can say it will not, this efficiency will not depend on the working substance. Then the limitations of this Carnot cycle is that practically this is not possible, because alternately to bring the source and the sink in contact with it, which is not possible every time to bring it for the one cycle, two times to bring source and sink in contact with it and the adiabatic plate again for expansion and compression is not possible. And also in the same stroke, the slow speed during heat addition and fast speed during expansion also is not possible during in the one process or one stroke, or which is going to form in the engine. And here you will observe that this area enclosed by the cycle, this area enclosed in the PV diagram, again it is very small, because the lower small means here you will get the lower mean effective pressure, and which is going to give you the lower mean effective pressure means lower the power, the power output is low. And the last point in this is that it gives the maximum efficiency comparing to the other engine when they are going to working between this given two temperature. So if the temperature of TH and TL is given, so in this temperature range the Carnot cycle will always give you maximum efficiency comparing to the other cycles or other irreversible cycle, we can see it here, because Carnot cycle is a reversible cycle.